Hello trainers, and welcome to another episode of Pokéology, a show where each week I talk to you about the biology of Pokemon based on the research that I have found. My name is Professor SACCHARUM, and this week I wanted to take a trip back to Granite Cave in the Hoenn region to take another look at the deceiving Pokemon, Mawile. Wait! This isn't the only way Mawile looks. That's better. Continue. You're probably wondering what just happened. See, recently there have been some major discoveries about Mawile. Most importantly, that it is one of the very few Pokemon to Mega Evolve. So, this week I will be talking about both Mawile and Mega Mawile. Let's take a look at both of these iron traps. First, I'll start with standard Mawile. Mawile is a short bipedal Pokemon with a pale yellow body and black arms and feet. Its legs have a thick fur-like covering resembling the 1970s flare of bell-bottom pants. Now, taking a look at its head, we can see the most prominent feature is the large black jaw emerging from the back of its head. These jaws are actually transformed steel horns that Mawile can articulate at will. The horns, or jaws, have an oval yellow spot on the top jaw, and altogether it has 10 teeth. Now, see these little protrusions coming out from the front of Mawile's head? I believe that they can be either one of two things, Mawile's ears or something to keep themselves balanced. Because with a mouth like that, you would think Mawile would fall over pretty easily. Now here's a look at Mega Mawile. We can see the difference quite easily, can't we? Here's a side-by-side comparison. Upon Mega Evolving, Mawile grows a second jaw from its head. Both still have the yellow spot and each contain 10 teeth. However, there is now a patch of fur on top of each jaw. The fur on Mawile's arms has grown and has a magenta color. The lower body and eyes have a color change as well. The lower body goes from a pale yellow to that magenta color that we saw before, and the eyes also go from red to that magenta. We can also see that the protrusions on Mawile's head have also become longer and now have 2 points at the end. Some researchers are speculating that Mega Mawile is a leftover from years of evolution from a time where Mawile actively hunted for larger prey instead of scavenging. Like I said before, Mawile are scavengers. That basically means that Mawile are Pokemon that feed on other dead Steel-type Pokemon. However, they mostly like to feed on lichens that grow in the caves that they live in, and metals such as iron. But if you're out in the wild, don't be surprised if you run into one that is eating the corpse of one of these Pokemon. I know it seems kinda scary, but that's nature for you. Well, as of now, there are quite a few things that make this Pokemon very special. For one, it has now been discovered by one of my mentors, Professor Sycamore, that Mawile is one of the rare Fairy-type Pokemon. It used to be classified as only a Steel-type Pokemon, but Professor Sycamore has done further study and proven the world otherwise. Also, this Pokemon is one of 26 that have the ability to Mega Evolve. But let's take a look at some of Mawile's Pokédex entries to get a better understanding of what this Pokemon is really capable of. Mawile is classified as the Deceiver Pokemon and is 2 foot tall and weighs about 25 pounds. Let's do a side-by-side comparison between Mawile and I. I'm about 5'10" and weigh about 145 pounds. That's a difference of almost 4 feet and 120 pounds. Now upon Mega Evolving, Mawile grows to be 1 foot 3 inches taller than before, and its weight more than doubles. Here are the recorded reports on Mawile. Don't be taken by this Pokemon's cute face. It's very dangerous. Mawile fools the foe into letting down its guard, then chomps down with its massive jaws. The steel jaws are really horns that have been transformed. It uses its docile-looking face to lull foes into complacency, then bites with its huge, relentless jaws. Attached to its head is a huge set of jaws formed by horns. It can chew through iron beams. It chomps with its gaping mouth. Its huge jaws are actually steel horns that have been transformed. Surprisingly enough, Mawile are very easy to locate. You can find a Mawile of your very own in the following places: Hoenn's Granite Cave, Cave of Origin, Victory Road, and Sky Pillar, Sinnoh's Iron Island, Johto's Route 9, Unova's Challenger's Cave, and Kalos's Glittering Cave. Now, if you want to be able to Mega Evolve and get that awesome Mega Mawile, you're gonna have to be in Kalos and find Gherkin, the Mega Evolution Guru. He's usually around the Tower of Mastery in Chaleur City. Now it's time for my favorite part of the show, where I teach you how to train up your Mawile. The first thing that you're going to want to keep in mind with Mawile is that it is a Steel and Fairy type Pokemon, meaning that it is weak to Fire and Ground type moves. Next, you'll need to know that Standard Mawile has access to the abilities Hyper Cutter, Intimidate, and Sheer Force. Hyper Cutter makes sure that Mawile's attack cannot be dropped by an opponent. Intimidate lowers opponent's attack stat by 1 stage unless the opponent has Clear Body, Hyper Cutter, or White Smoke. And Sheer Force increases the power of moves with a secondary effect by 33%, however that secondary effect is lost. Now when Mawile Mega evolves, not only does its stats increase, but it also gains the ability Huge Power, which means that this Pokemon's attack stat is doubled, but the effect is halved if the ability is changed by Skill Swap or something else. Now get a Mawile with an Adamant nature and give it the Mawile item to hold so it can Mega Evolve. The Mawile item can be found in Campfire Town. Make sure it has the ability Intimidate when it is Standard Mawile. Then spread the EVs, 132 HP, 252 attack, and 124 speed. Finally, give it the moves Play Rough, Sucker Punch, Fire Fang, and Sword Stance. The final set will require you to have a Mawile with an Impish nature and the Intimidate ability. Give it the Mawile item to hold and spread the EVs, 248 HP, 252 defense, and 8 special defense. After that, make sure it has the moves Rest, Sleep Talk, Play Rough, and Foul Play. And there you have it, Mawile, the Mega Deceiver. Well, that's my show for this week. Remember, if you like this video, to give it a thumbs up and to subscribe to my channel for next week's Pokemon. And don't forget to leave your friend code and a suggestion for a Pokemon you'd like to see on this show in the comment section below. And by doing that, you enter yourself in the SACCHARUM raffle, where you have the chance to win the Pokemon discussed in this week's episode. Last week I raffled off Blossom, and here are our winners. Congratulations! You can contact me via email or Twitter so that we can schedule a trade. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Professor SACCHARUM, and please join us next week for another spooky episode of Pokéology. See you next time. Bleh!